So if you are over 50 or a senior, you have limited options nowadays concerning housing, and limited options because everything got so expensive, and everybody's trying to make things to their benefit. And if you don't like it, then the other option is to move to a different area and downsize and cut expenses. But there is so much you can cut from your expenses. I know you're not shopping like you used to for clothing and things, jewelry or makeup or things like that are extras. But for the necessity, even for the necessity, everything is becoming so pricey. So if you're a senior such as me, I'm over 50, and you have limited options. You can only choose to cut down expenses so much. As for me, I am at the moment staying in this area because I'm somewhat familiar with it, but I am considering moving to a different area because eventually things are gonna get worse, because I live in Florida and I am on the East Coast. I'm not really by the ocean, but I am close to the ocean. So the thing is, this area is becoming more touristic, like a resort style. So they have so many things you can do, like boats and the beach and everything. So it's becoming almost like South Florida. This area considered South, but it's not like South like Miami or Fort Lauderdale. This used to be a retirement community city where retirees used to come here from the up north, and now it became people from the south are moving here because it's more affordable to them, but it's becoming more expensive for the locals and for the people who are looking somewhere affordable to live. So more and more this is becoming an issue, and this is, I think, because they want you to need to apply for credit cards and go to debts, and this is how they make money and this is how they benefit. Because if things weren't expensive, if things weren't things were affordable, then nobody would spend extra money, and things, like the economy won't go through. So they make it on purpose so that people spend and spend, and they want you to need things and need more things, and it's like a cycle. But if you live back in the 60s and 70s, you know that all those things that they advertise, that you have to have it, and you won't be happy till you make your life better, more technology and upgrades and things like that. But back in the day, when it was in 60s and 70s, we didn't upgrade, to nothing. It was only on occasions, once a year, on your birthday or Christmas, then you would get something new. And unless it's something you really need to replace, or something like, if your clothes are so worn out and you need like a spare, so that you look decent, presentable in the neighborhood with the neighbors, so that they won't say something. So that was the reason you would upgrade or get something new, and then you would keep it for at least 2 years, and you won't wear it every day, only like weekends or Sunday to go to church or to visit relatives or family. So all those things that they advertise, and every 2 minutes you see an advertisement, and constantly bombarded like 6, 7 advertisements back to back. I'd say all of this is like artificial. You don't need to have all these things, especially if you're a senior. You know how we lived, and when there was a war, just like now they have these wars going on. I'd say people who are living now in that war zone area, they know what real struggle is, because here they say it's struggle, but they haven't lived in those areas. Such as me, I moved here from overseas, and when I was in my teens, I lived in a war zone, and we just had the necessity. We didn't have to have all these extra things, and it's not an obligation for you to have it unless you want to show off to other people what you can buy and what you can upgrade, but you don't need all those things. Actually, it's more of a burden, because if something you spend a lot of money on and something gets damaged and something happens, you're gonna feel bad that you spend all that money. You could have got something much better, or something else. But yeah, because all those things they advertise, it's just something you don't really need, and people tell you you have to have it. It's just artificial things. I mean, you have to look presentable, you have to look good in society, but you don't have to go overboard and buy the luxurious things. And if you can afford it, it's good. But if it's gonna put you in debt, you have to worry how you're gonna pay, and your credit is on the line, and you can't find a job because people they don't want to hire you because they know you're gonna have health problems. You're not gonna be with the company for long, and now they're laying off people who are in the company. So that's not even the question. You want to get a job. So I've been trying to find something part-time, and it's been mission impossible. It's like talking to people, asking them. I put an application on Indeed last 2 weeks ago, and I got the response that they went to the next applicants, because it was this all these supermarkets. I know everybody knows about it because it's affordable. So because I can't do standing jobs, so I saw the cashiers, they sit down. So I thought, oh well, in this store they have this policy. They allow the cashiers to do sitting down job. So I thought maybe I can do part-time for 5 hours a day. That's not bad. But then when I applied, they ask you those questions: can you lift 40 pounds of boxes, bending, twisting, reaching, pulling, pushing those boxes? And what happens is, I told them you have to tell them the truth, because if you tell them yes and it's a no, that's not good, because then you don't build trust with the company. So I told them no, I'm unable to lift 40 pounds. I can barely do 8 to 10 pounds because I have chronic back pain. So what happens is, once I told them that, I got the response quickly, and they moved to the next applicants. So this is what I'm saying. It's becoming harder and harder for employers to hire people such as us, 50, 55 and up. I'm 54, by the way. And yeah, I wanted to mention this because you're minimizing your chances of getting jobs and being hired from private companies. You have to do side hustles if you can. For my situation, I don't have a car at the moment, but if I do, I would probably go back doing deliveries like restaurant, DoorDash, and Uber Eats. But at the moment, I don't have that option. So yeah, I'm trying everything online. If I can get something, taking surveys. Sometimes I do surveys here and there. But anyhow, I wanted to share this with you. You don't have to have everything that's advertised, and you don't have to go into debt just to buy something. If it's not in your budget, just skip it. You'll be much happier. It's worth not having the item, whatever is expensive, unless you really need it. Unless your phone breaks and you really need to replace it. I would get the older model, because all the new models now, they have so many features anyway. But anyhow, that was just an example. So leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. And this is what I have for you today. Please put a like and subscribe to my channel. And I see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.